Did you say you got arrested?
Yeah, I mean, the time in University of Colorado, I went away to, and I got expelled after a year and a half. But so the time I got arrested, basically I was in there in the holding cell. It was a ridiculous story where I was just basically the first person out front when the cops arrived to a house party to break it up. I just happened to be outside. They were talking to girls outside, shine the light. I like closed the door, whatever. It was bad luck, honestly, at that point. So I'm in jail, and then I'm on the phone with my dad after a while. And first of all, before this is a funny story. I'm sitting there, and for some reason they were like transferring some inmates, guys who were in the full chains. Me and some other drunk people and other people got arrested that night weren't. We were just chilling there, like our life is going horribly. Then they bring out two guys in chains who look like they've been there a while, like one big black guy and one little like Spanish guy with face tattoos, and they're just like, this is every day for them. Looking like they wheel out a sandwich cart with like 11 sandwiches for 11 people there, and right away the big black guy gets up, grabs 9 of them, and sits back down. And I was like,
this is how it's going to be.
This is not where I need to be. And so I'm like on the phone with my dad later. I'm like, Dad, they said I'm going to make more friends in the back. If you don't get the money to my friends soon, I need it. Because the officer was like, tell them you're going to make more friends in the back if they don't get the money here soon. And then my dad, instead of being like, all right, I'll send the money, he goes, listen to me. If that happens, what you got to do, I don't care if you're going to get your ass kicked. The first guy that messes with you, got to fight back. I'm like, Dad, no. And he's like, you might get your ass kicked. You might really get beat up. It doesn't matter. You have to fight back. Okay, listen to me.
He's like,
and I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Just send the money. Like,
that's like peak toxic masculinity. It's like, listen, I need you to die before you get raped. All right? I'm not picking you up if you get raped. The family's honor's on the line. You do whatever it takes. Okay.
For real, yeah. Defend your honor. Yeah, it's like, I know. I call back. I'm like, Dad, you have the money? He's like, did they take you?
You still have God, right? You didn't lose your God. Well, that's good, man. I mean, because he is in the vlogs a couple of times. He kind of looks like the turtle from Over the Hedge. You ever see that movie, Over the Hedge?
No.
Well, that's fucked. But
yeah, well,
I felt I was a
gambled on that reference for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm a phony for giggling at it. I'm sorry. I thought you were just calling him a turtle, which I should know better of your capability for jokes.
So, do you miss the city at all after moving out of it?
Yeah, the food's horrible here. I mean, I don't like. I don't miss it yet, dude, but it's been a lot. Like growing up in the city my whole life and then learning a house. And my dad doesn't even know, right? He's the person who I call for so many things in my life where it's like, oh, I got a broken tire or what do I do? And he's like, oh, look in the trunk. You never knew this, like blah, blah, blah. The house, he doesn't know either, because he's lived in apartments forever. So like day one, there's like a leak in the pipe and I don't know where the water shutoff valve is. And then like the Verizon guy who's high on opiates is like laughing at me, emasculating me. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Help me. And he had to help me hunt for the water shutoff valve in the house and stuff like.
Yeah, it's crazy when there's no number to call. Like usually like you call the super or your landlord and they send a guy who already knows what to do because they've done it the past like 8 years. But I can imagine, like, especially, you drop a ton of money on a fucking house, which is something I can't even, I'm 26, I feel like buying a house is okay. This is a funny story. So where I work, I have a day job, and as a fun thing, one day in the Zoom meeting, we were like, let's do everyone say their irrational fear and their rational fears, and it got dark within like the third employee. Like the third employee was like, I got a rational fear that I'm never going to be able to afford to take care of my mom and dad when they get old. And everyone's just like, woof, yeah, gotta take care of that.
Gotta add that to my list. Gotta add that to my list too.
Yeah, exactly. The fears just start stacking up in my mind too, where it's like, fuck, I've never thought of that one. I'm going to sweat that out tonight. But that was my rational fear was like, I'm never going to get to buy a house. And by then, everyone's just crying in the meeting. Like, it's just derailed totally. Like, no one's going back to work. Everyone's going to fucking Indeed.com to find a new job.
Yeah, how bad is the job where everyone's fear is like, I'm afraid of starving to death all the time? Like, I know if I break my ankle, I'm going to declare bankruptcy.
Maybe your pops was tops. Maybe your father's a bother. If he's angry and mad or an absentee lad, no matter what kind you had, here's fuck you, Dad.